Okay, now we don't often think about our breathing in much detail. It's something we do naturally, obviously, all the time, day and night, whether we're awake or we're asleep. But I'd just like to ask you to put one hand onto your tummy, one hand on your chest, and just breathe naturally and just notice your breath, your in-breath and your out-breath. And just notice any movement that you've got in either hand. You might want to close your eyes whilst you're doing this just to concentrate a bit more. Okay, we'll just give that a few moments. So can you notice which of your hands is moving? Is it mainly your hand on your tummy or your hand on your chest? Might be a bit of both. And do you notice that slight gap just before you take your in-breath and just after your out-breath as well? So it's not straight in and then out. There is a slight gap that's natural for your natural breath. Okay. So now I'm going to give you a really quick introduction to a method of breathing that a lot of singers use, in particular opera singers. Don't let that put you off. It's really quite simple. It's called the accent method of breathing, and it's a really good method of breathing that's supported by respiratory physiotherapists around the country as a good form of support if you suffer from breathlessness and other chronic lung condition symptoms. And the basic principle is that when you breathe in, your tummy's nice and relaxed, and you let it all hang out. We call it a splat or a flop. And when you breathe out, you're using your tummy muscles to really push that air out, okay? So it might be the opposite of what you're used to doing. So it might take a little bit of time, but you'll suddenly have that light bulb moment and you'll realise that you're doing it right, okay? So let's try this right now. So you relax your tummy muscles, let it all hang out, and breathe in through your nose if you can. And then we're going to breathe out through our mouth and really engage our tummy muscles. Whilst you breathe out. And then you relax your tummy muscles as you breathe back in and your lungs fill up. Okay, let's try that again. So tummy muscles nice and relaxed, breathing in through your nose. And use your tummy muscles to breathe out. Really pushing that breath out. And then splat when you come to the end of your breath and breathe in, okay? There's 4 sets of muscles around your abdominal section that you're concentrating on strengthening through this technique. It's called a diamond of muscles, a diamond of support. So you've got your diaphragm, which is at the top, just below where your ribs meet, there. You've got your obliques at the side there, and then you've got one right at the bottom, just above your pubic bone, okay? And that's the most difficult one to find, but you will eventually, don't worry. So they're the muscles that we're really concentrating on to really draw in, to push out that breath from our body, okay? So if you want to put one hand on your side and one hand on your diaphragm, so like I say, just below where your ribs meet in the middle, and relax your tummy muscles again as you breathe in. And then really engage those muscles at the side and your diaphragm to breathe out. And then splat to release. So you should be able to feel your muscles both tense, but also draw in to the body as you're exhaling your air. So the next step is to add a little bit of resistance to our out breath to start to strengthen our intercostal muscles, and this really helps to support that out breath, okay? And we use for these what we call, in a posh way, non-voiced fricatives, okay? So they're the sounds s, sh, or f. And it's a bit like weight training, but for your intercostal muscles, okay? So we'll do the same as we did before. Nice and relaxed tummy as you breathe in. And then we're going to breathe out on a hiss. Ready? Engage your abdominal muscles as you breathe out. And then splat when you come to the end of your breath to release those abdominal muscles. So you should still feel those muscles tensing and going in as you breathe out, and then relaxing and releasing as you breathe in. We'll do the same again, but this time to a shh, okay? So nice and relaxed tummy, breathe in and out. Splat when you need to. So nice and relaxed tummy muscles. We'll do that last sound, so it's a f. Ready? Nice and relaxed as we breathe in. Engage your abdominals as we breathe out. Release those abdominals when you need to breathe in. And that's it. So you can do any combination of those sounds, and it really starts to strengthen the intercostal muscles and still keeps those tummy muscles working, and you're getting used to that pattern of breathing where you're relaxing your tummy muscles on your in-breath and then using your abdominals, engaging those on your out-breath. So your next step is to start adding some voiced fricatives. So these are sounds that we start to introduce our voice, to start warming up our vocal folds in a really lovely, gentle way while still exercising our breathing, okay? So these sounds are v, z, and zzz, okay? Really gentle ways to warm up your vocal folds. So exactly how we've done before, take a nice breath in with your tummy muscles nice and relaxed. And then engage your abdominal muscles. We're going to breathe out, but make sound at the same time. And we're going to do it to a v. Ready? V. And splat when you need to. You'll probably find that you're able to last this for a little bit longer than you were when you were just doing the breathing. When you've got a little bit of sound there, those vocal folds help to hold that air back even further. So you'll probably make a longer sound than you did before, okay? If you want to really work those muscles and feel them working, we can put some different lengths in. So we'll do it to a buzz this time, so a zzz sound, but we're going to do a zzz, 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 zzz on the out breath, okay? No sneaky in breaths in between. Nice, relaxed tummy as we take a breath in. And engage those abdominals as we go zzz, 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 zzz. And then splat when you need to breathe in. The last sound is the zzz sound. So it'll be like zzz, 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 zzz. Okay? So we'll do a zzz, 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 zzz. Okay? But again, just on one out breath. So nice and relaxed as we take a breath in. Engage those abdominals as we go. And splat. So to make these sounds, as we've only got 3 sounds to work with, you can make it a little bit more interesting for yourself, just by adding a little bit of variety. So a couple of ideas that I do with my groups is revving up a car. So that can be on a zzz sound or a v sound, okay? So you take your breath in and then you're revving up This also introduces what we call sirening. So this is also a really good way to warm up your voice, where you're going really gently up and down. Another one that you can do on a buzz sound is buzzing like a bee. So you can follow the bee going up and down. So you take your breath in with a nice relaxed tummy, and then follow the bee. Bzzz. And splat when you need to. Perfect way to entertain the kids at the weekend, or to entertain yourself if you like, and just to add a little bit of variety to your breathing exercises.